Hello, episode 305, 7 more curious things I saw last week. So let's crack on. The first one is multi-object magnetic levitation. And as it says, it's multiple objects levitating, which is cool, but you can also move them around. So this is obviously balancing a ball or something like that, just to show you how cool it is and how good the motion is. But it can also be very precise as well. So there's another experiment, this one here, where it's traversing a triangle to very precise dimensions. So the whole point of this one is, yes, it's kind of cool. It's surrounded by huge magnetic fields, which is what all those things are. But the point of this one is, in the future, they want to use this for surgery. So imagine you being inside a big magnetic field and all the operating tools are being manipulated internally using magnetic fields. So that's quite exciting. Scary, but exciting. This is some new research from the University of Maryland and Google DeepMind about AI writing and how unique humans are, or how they differ from AI writing at the moment. So they've taken a bunch of models, 5 models I think it is in total, and plotted them on this this kind of scatter graph. You don't really know how to need to know how it kind of works, but all it really says is they're in a different space to human writing. So all of the AI ones cluster together. Humans are very, very distinct. So the funny thing that looks like weird carrots or turds, I guess, down below is showing you how rare the words are. Humans tend to have high rarity when they speak or when they make stories. All the other models play it safe, is trying to what it's show you there. And the kind of the shape of the sausage means that things like DeepSeek and Kimi tend to be safer than certain other ones like Gemini, for instance. And also we tend to tell bigger stories. Gemini, Flash, DeepSeek, etc. are told to be shorter. So they all have their own style. So hopefully this will make it through to those kind of AI detection models. So we'll know when somebody's sending us some AI slop in the emails. These are cool. This is just dropped at Bamboo Labs, and these are wirelessly powered LEDs. So you can get them in 2 sizes, kind of small and very small, which is cool. They're about 4.5 millimeters, and they're powered by this inductive coil with a little cable and a little doodad that sticks on it there. Now all that you can get for 14 quid, which is remarkable. Now Bamboo Labs make 3D printer stuff or specialize in that. So as an example, you can make these sorts of things. So you can put those little LEDs in the little pots you 3D printed. Obviously there's a coil behind that wall, and you can make them glow, which is excellent. I think they come in a couple of colors, red, green, blue and white, I think it is. So it's kind of curious, there's some yellow ones in there, but there you go. That's very interesting. Want to use those. The digital euro has got the green light. So why would we want the digital euro when you've got cryptocurrency and that sort of thing? Well, the digital euro is a stable coin, so it is locked to the euro, but also it gives us independence from all the other banking companies out there, because something like 2/3, I think it is, 2/3 of all payments in the EU go through non-EU banks, i.e. American banks, etc. Now, obviously, the US is being a little bit weird at the moment. So very much the thought process at the moment is we need to be independent, or at least we need sovereignty, because if somebody decides to do something, shut something off, we need to be independent. So obviously, it doesn't affect the Brits because we're not in the euro, but this is interesting. It is completely separate from the actual cash euro. So this will be a completely different level. So and they're also saying that a lot of shopkeepers, etc., they will have to take this. So we'll see how that goes. So this has been given the green light. It hasn't been given the actual go ahead yet, but it's been given the green light to go to the next stage. So there you go. That might be quite interesting. There was a bit in there as well that said, like, well, could you just money launder? And they go, well, no, because there are limits on how much cash can go through this as well. So kind of interesting. Watch out for that. Keep seeing this sort of stuff. Saw it at the World Cup. Can't quite remember which match it was, so I tracked it down. And there are several companies that do this. And this is CrowdGlow, one of the companies, I think based in the UK. So what you do is you go to one of these events. They show a QR code on the screen. You then snap that with your phone. It takes you to an app. You can actually do this through a website as well. But they take you to an app, and therefore your screen color is then controlled by the centralized computer that's doing all of this. So it can put logos on your phones, it can put colors on your phones, and it can sync it up to the entire studio or the concert. And there you go. So that's kind of interesting, like that. So Seb Lee Delisle, if you remember Seb Lee Delisle if you're watching, doubt you are, it did something very similar to this with Flash back in the day. So it's good to see that actually being useful. So probably invented by Seb Lee Delisle. There you go. This is just interesting. It's been out for about 10 years, I think it is, but I've only just discovered it. This is the Google Dataset search. So if you are looking for some data, and here's me just randomly typing in some stuff, So if I want lithium ion voltages, that sort of thing, there's loads of data behind that. And this is open data as well. So likewise, if you want, and I'm just riffing here, so if you want hair genomes, just tried that one. And sure enough, there's some data on hair genomes as well. Now, if it isn't on sort of Google directly, then it will show you sort of like Kaggle or OpenML or those other sites that have lots of data on it. But there you go. If you are using data, maybe you're in a pitch and you want to find some data, or you want to train a machine learning model, AI, then this might be for you. And finally, we have this really weird thing. It's come to this. So this is Kickbacks. This is an extension that you will put on your Visual Studio Code. And whilst you're coding, if you're coding with Claude, then you tell it to do something and you kind of have to wait. And it says the whole thinking thing, vibing, baking. It just keeps going around a loop, and it could take several minutes. It can take days, to be fair. So if you install this plugin onto your Visual Studio Code or onto your terminal, it'll actually give you some ads whilst you're waiting. Now, if you watch the ads, then you get a 50% kickback of the ad itself. So it will pay you to stare at the screen and just watch the text ad come through. So there you go. If you are in the media buying world and you want to do this, had a look at it. It's about there you go, it's $2, 44 CPM at the moment. I think if you want it in the terminal, it's about $1. Well, it tells you there, $1.71. So that means anything to you. You want to just do a really funky experiment in your media buying, then you can now buy ads in Claude code. There you go. Who'd have thought? There you go. Hopefully that was interesting. Hopefully it was useful. If it was, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you again next week.